Hello my friends, this is Michael again with the Woopnik channel. Today I would like to talk about photography. Yes, before I became a YouTuber, I took pictures, and I have studied photography in Germany, in the city of Darmstadt, and it never evolved past the point of being a hobby photographer, but I liked it. For example, here is one of my old pictures, and you see, it's nothing super, but I like it. Or here is another one of my pictures, and and here is number 3. It's again another one of my pictures. So you see, it's kind of artsy. It is not something action loaded, but hey, this is the kind of pictures I always like to take, and I always use the camera like this here. While I was studying film and photography in Darmstadt, Germany, I was taking my pictures, the pictures I took with a so-called Praktika. Praktika is an East German camera brand, and a little bit rugged and very cheap, but it was the camera I made my first steps in the photography field. All the cameras I took pictures with is something like this here. Let's listen. So this here is not a virtual click sound. This is a real mechanical camera. A real mechanical camera, and it is a film camera. Kodak film. Here you see, here's another one, a Kodak Portra. I think film photography is much, I wouldn't say much better, that's the wrong word. What can I say? I can connect easier with a film camera, with a camera which has a film in it. It's hard to explain. This camera here is the Canon AE1 program. And what do we have down here? This is the Canon AE1. The difference is here is just AE1, and this one here is the AE1 program. What the differences are between those two cameras, I will later get back to that, but for now these are here my most beloved mechanical film cameras. Why do I like film cameras? Well, first of all, you have to see the initial cost to get an analog photography equipment is much lower than now buying a Nikon D4, D5, D6, which costs $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, whereas this Canon here, the AE1 program, has costed me below $100. It's in mint condition. I mean, it's a 40-year-old camera, 40. It's a very old camera, but it is in mint condition, and here is a winder underneath it. So that I don't have to do this here and this here. The lenses for these cameras are also pretty cheap. I mean, this here is a 200mm lens. This was once a top-notch lens. It has an f-stop of 2.8, so it was once a very good lens. I mean, it's still a good lens. It is just, it doesn't fit anymore, or it never fitted on these very modern digital cameras. Next point is here film. I like film. There's lots of different film on the market. Here this here is Portra, then there's Ektra. Here we have Ilford Delta 400. 400 is for Acer, the ISO, and whatever you like. For example, this one has more warmer colors, or you want something with more cooler colors, you can all buy that. as these cameras were the latest and greatest, the whole concept, what to look for in a camera was totally different compared to today. Because the film and the camera are basically two different entities. Canon with the AE1 would have never made advertising like that their camera is the sharpest, that it has so many pixels on this film, that it's very sharp, warm colors and so on. Because you were able to put in any film, any 35mm film you like. 40 years ago, this was the selling argument. Yeah, there was between Canon and Nikon a war going on, which of the companies has the best lenses. This was what it was all about. Yeah, when you liked those lenses from Canon or from Nikon, you just bought basically the body here, like so, and you screwed on the lens you like, and you made good pictures with it. The body of the camera was merely, I can say, a holder for the film, and it also, of course, transportation for the film. That's basically it. The main thing 40 years ago was lenses. How good they are, how cheap they are, not cheap, how nice they are, how sharp they are. Today, digital cameras are sold by the megapixel. What I mean with that is, people are just talking about the video sensor. How many megapixel it has, how many this and that. Nobody talks anymore, or barely talks about the lenses. The professionals, of course, do, but for the more hobby-oriented market, nobody talks anymore about lenses. Yeah, the main selling argument is, of course, megapixels. And yeah, here with a film, much easier. I look at this film like this is a video chip which can take 36 pictures. It's a video chip I put here into the cameras to take 36 pictures. And the nice thing is I can switch those video chips, because I can take out, for example, this one and put in a film with a higher ISO or with a lower ISO or with totally different properties. Yeah, and with a video chip, when you buy the Nikon D4, for example, the chip is built in. You cannot just take it out. And as soon as something new comes out, you have to buy a brand new digital camera. Whereas here, let's say a brand new kind of film comes out, which really is interesting for you, you don't have to buy a new camera. You just buy for $10 the new film, you put it here into the mechanical camera. Yeah, here is the back part where you have to put in the film, and that's it. Yeah, the upfront cost is very, very affordable. What of course is not so good is that you don't have instant gratification. With a digital camera, you see immediately the picture you shot on the rear screen. There is no rear screen, nothing. And so you have to wait a little bit in order to see the negative or later the prints. And this whole run around to get your negatives developed and maybe prints printed can take a week. Those 1 hour stores, which once populated the whole United States, yeah, they are a dying breed. I haven't seen one in a long time. But when you have those negatives, then you are golden. It takes a little bit longer, but the quality, the dynamic range, the color saturation, the sharpness of a negative film is unbeatable. Of course, you can find on the internet magazines which talk about, yeah, film is dead, it's nothing anymore. Today everything is digital. Okay, it's a free country. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion. I like film. Well, when you have those negatives, you can scan those negatives to make a nice film file, a photo file. And even when you use for scanning the best scanner right now available, even that scanner cannot max out the capabilities of a negative. There is so much more information in a negative, so even when the technology moves forward, automatically basically the negative is moving with it. There is still lots of data to be discovered in a negative. When you have scanned the negative, then you finally can print the photo. You see, this is a photo of a little cactus, and it was taken with this camera here, the AE1 program, and now it is printed onto canvas here. In my opinion, looks very good. Here are some more pictures which I took with a mechanical photo film camera. And you can see it is absolutely crisp and clear and very sharp, and the color saturation is great. Well, as you maybe can feel, yeah, can see, I'm really into film photography. Well, why don't you try it? Yeah, just go to eBay and you can get such a used camera when it's a little bit more banged up here on the outside. Such a camera like the AE1 program costs maybe $20. I think that's a good deal. Alright, my friends, this is it for today. When you have any questions about film photography, 35mm photography, please let me know. Write all your comments into the comment section, and your questions also please into the comment section. I don't think I can do right now anything else for you. Well, I will be signing off right now, and well, have a wonderful afternoon. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Today is October 1st, 2019.